Shannon strength. Here we go. Week number 6, upper body number 2. Come my press accessory day. Back to working on axle bench press. This actually went super well today. I started with bench press this time. I have been doing that standing chest press, kind of getting loosened up, but I thought, hey, today I'm going to just start with the axle bench and go from there. All right. So just did 50 or 25 pound jumps. Start off with 50 pounds here. Just sets of 10. No problem. Felt good. I had to set up the cage to the bench today. Somebody had the bench taken. And I always like to have safeties when I bench press, because I like to go to close to failure. So as I got enough room to crawl out, I'm good to go. Again, just kind of working on my setup. I've never had much arch, but a little bit's better than none. Went up to 75 pounds here. Set to 10. Again, everything's feeling pretty good. And the reason I'm using the axle, it's a bigger diameter. So when I'm going to my chest, I'm not going quite as deep. I tore my rotator cuff earlier this year. And I'm still actually rehabbing that quite a bit. So I really hadn't got my bench press back to where it was at. And I'm not really going to push the range of motion either. So it's a little safer to do the axle. I'm going to do the axle. Again, another 25-pound jump here. Did 100 pounds for a set of 10. And this is kind of the end of my set to 10. It's kind of warm up stuff. It's getting the blood flowing. Pretty easy, no problem, no sleeves, no wrist straps or anything. So basically what I did, I just kind of creeped up. After this 100 pounds here, I kind of start dropping, doing my pyramid scheme, doing like 8 reps, 6 reps, 4 reps, 2 reps. So here we go, 8 reps on the 125. Again, that axle weighs 25 pounds. It's the Rogue axle. So it's pretty light. A lot of people think it's heavier just by looking at it, but it's not. Now the Iron Mind, that's a heavy axle. I think those are like 75 pounds empty. But this is the Rogue axle. Just a piece of pipe, really, basically. Piece of pipe with a couple of stops welded on to make it a bar. That's about it. Again, nothing too hard there. 125, pretty easy. I'm not even sure when I add my sleeves in. Everything's feeling good. Shoulders feeling good. Neck's feeling fine. Alright, here we go. Jumped up to 150. Still completely unequipped. No sleeves, no wrist straps. Again, just kind of meticulously taking my setup. Every one of these sets took about the same amount of time, 40 something seconds. Discuss my setup mostly. The actual benching is probably 5 seconds. Set of 6 felt pretty good. And I can kind of tell my right arm is stronger. It's the one driving the press every single time, and I'm trying to kind of pay attention to that, focus on that. But the left one's the one I injured, so it probably makes sense. I guess that right arm's just compensating. So I tried to do my best to even that out as I went. Again, another 25-pound jump to 175. We'll do a set of 4 here. And this is actually what I come back down and drop down to and do a 5x5 after everything's said and done, which I didn't film that. It's kind of boring. Just getting that work in, that volume, and hopefully build my strength back up. So yeah, pretty easy 4. All right, here we go. We're what's been my recent PRs, about 200 pounds. So here we go, 200. I actually get it for a set of 2. I added my sleeves, elbow sleeves, and wrist straps. So 200 or 205 had been my previous PR, but I'm going to smoke that this week, as you'll see coming up. Pretty good bar speed. Get off the chest. Wasn't going to push it. Probably could have had more, but I was like, I'm just going to do another 25-pound jump and see where I get. All right, here we go. This is a double PR. This is the most I've bench pressed since I tore my rotator cuff, and the most I've bench pressed since I broke my neck and had surgery. So this was a big moment. Felt good, and I hit it for a double, which I was happy with that. So again, 205 with just the two plates, and then added 10 on each side, so making it 225. Trying to get my setup right. Here we go. Pretty good bar speed. Again, I could tell that left arm was lagging behind just a little bit. I was absolutely thrilled with that. Maybe could have got a third. Didn't want to push it. Was cool with the two because that was way better than last week. I tried 225 last week, didn't even come close. So from there, I dropped down to 205, did a double, and then 175, did a 5x5. All right, and then I did standing chest press, kind of wrap up the extra workout. I just did 50-pound, 40-pound jumps, so 25, then a plate, sets of 5. I used the red band here as a cue to press out. This machine would let your arms go way back too far. It could actually probably hurt somebody if they weren't careful. So the red band kind of tells me, hey, go ahead and press out. All right, again, just kind of jumped up to a whole plate, which is 90 pounds. I have no idea what the apparatus weighs empty. I'm sure it's a few pounds. So this might be like 100 pounds total to 115 total. I don't think it's 135 or anything close to that. I'm using the second handle there today. Sometimes I use both. I'll mix it up, but I just kind of stuck with the second handle. I still have my elbows in the best position to get a good press. And again, just 5 reps there. Now, the day before my accident, I was able to put 3 plates on this thing and press it for 5 reps, I think. 3 to 5. So that's kind of my goal. When I get back to that point, I'll say I'm pretty much rehabbed. All right, here on 140, so a plate and a 25. So 140 pounds total, plus whatever the apparatus weighs. Pretty smooth, no problem. It's a little cumbersome having to undo that band every time, but hey, it works pretty good to let you know to press back out. All right, next jump is 180, so 2 plates on each side. Again, shooting for a set of 5. Getting some good breath here. It's pretty hard to stop. The start is the hardest part of this. Once you get going, you kind of get a little stretch reflex and kind of bounce back out pretty good. It's that dead stop first press. It's pretty tough. I was getting a little heavier, a little tougher. All right, I'll do one more jump here and go up to it'll be 230. So I go ahead to 25s back on. So it's 230 pounds total. I guess it's 4 reps. I was thinking it was 3. I was wanting, like I said, 5. But I guess we'll give me 4 on this. If you count this initial getting it started as a rep. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's getting tough. It's getting tough. 4. I was kind of cheating actually a little bit on that one, I think. So, all right, that's good for me. All right, guys. That's my upper body day 2. Peace out. That's all I got.